Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the...
All right, welcome to the FXW podcast again for another great episode. I am your host, the Nefarious Scientist Ned Kaye, and I've got our old podcast team here for you. We got Lightning Hands over here, one of the best wrestlers you can ever find. Say hello to him.
Hello.
You can say more too if you want to, you know.
I'm good. Hello.
Okay, we got the classy and classic Jim Beam.
Hey, gang, it's Big Bong. Glad to be back here on the podcast once again. Looking forward to give you all my insight on the FXW.
And we have got such a special guest for you today. The one and only owner of the FXW, Haterman Vanny Line.
Well, howdy, y'all. You just caught me pledging to the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome
Love
to
to
the
hear it.
podcast.
All right. So, we got a great big card coming up here for you. You are contractually obligated to shove it or Yahtzee. And we just want to, head on down the card here. And right off the bat, we got a triple threat. Hot Dog Quakana versus Drunk Addy.
Hot dog.
Now, this is a character I've actually been involved with for a long time because Hot Dog is a creation of Ned's like he made back when he was still, just messing around with like arts and crafts shit. But something that I really enjoy is seeing Hot Dog in one of these unique matches because it's a doghouse match. So that means it's going to be a container style match with a bunch of stuff outside the ring that you got to trap your opponents in.
He should have the advantage being a hot dog
You think so?
in the doghouse match.
Well,
Dog
Am
is
I
in my
wrong?
name.
Am I wrong?
I don't think he's
Not
wrong.
at all, not at all. I got
Whatever you
you.
say, boss.
Container matches are one of the hallmarks of the FXW.
I do declare, Drunk Addy is quite the competition.
Well,
I
I'm
agree.
sure there's a bunch of people that wouldn't disagree with you on that sentiment right now.
oh yeah. But don't cut Wakana out of here, because we've essentially got three kinds of animals here. We got a pig, we got a Wakana, and we got a party animal. We're talking about a loaded match here.
I'll put it to you like this. All three of these guys, they put in the work week in, week out. What it comes down to is who's going to give that 110%.
Who's bringing the mustard, man?
It sounds like the hot dog would be bringing the mustard.
You would think.
Nope. I've never gone to a cookout and saw the mustard being brought by the hot dogs. We had to bring the mustard to that.
I'll give you that.
I agree.
Cheese filling?
We agree to disagree.
Cheese filling.
All right, let's move on before things get a little heated over this hot dog match. So, next up,
Still room for the hot dog.
I'm rooting for 110%.
For the fans. For the fans.
That's right.
the fans are always right, except when they're not and they boo me. So next up, we got Little W versus yours truly. And, W is actually looking pretty strong this year. We're going to be facing in a reverse lumberjack match. So how in a normal lumberjack match, you got a bunch of, people just outside of the ring on the apron pushing people back in?
Seems pretty basic to me.
Yeah, so in a reverse lumberjack match, it's like that, but you can only pin people inside of the ring, and the lumberjacks are inside of the ring trying to keep you out.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little difficult because little W, he's a smaller guy. He can maneuver towards and through a lot of those lumberjacks a lot better than lanky old Ned can. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, I've got robots. I write, I basically wrote Beowulf on a napkin the other day, and I think I'm pretty hot shit. So,
My question,
what?
as the owner of the FXW,
I'm glad you remembered.
my question: Are there going to be actual lumberjacks in this match?
Yes.
Now,
It's going to
I
be a
have another question. I'm sorry to butt in.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, just what's the difference between a reverse lumberjack match and the inverse lumberjack match? Because
You
I
don't
know
even
inverse lumberjack matches, but never a reverse lumberjack match.
see an inverse lumberjack match is where you're a lumberjack, and the only way you can win is to get one of the two non-lumberjacks and pin them.
I see.
Ah, okay. That clarifies a bunch for me. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I do have to say this about the match, about both these competitors. They've been putting in some great work lately. And I think it's going to come down to whoever gives 110%.
Well, I'll tell you, as a man of science, I plan to give at least twice that.
I don't
Hands-
do science, but okay.
All right. Hans, do you have anything to add for this wonderful match where I'm going to take little W to the cleaners?
Well, I mean, no. I agree.
All right. Thank you.
I do have something to add to this. I have a question.
Okay.
Is flannel required as a lumberjack for this match?
By law.
By law?
By law.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Move on, please.
Yeah. Next up, we got WD Dallas versus Christian Chaplin in a silent cinematic match, where I imagine all of the noises are just going to be big, just like projector shots, and they're going to be on like some set for like an old timey movie. I think they're having this match so they can set up for the next one because it looks a little intricate. But Chaplin was like born for this style of match.
I would have to agree.
That's true, but I think this match, these guys have been putting in a lot of good work lately. I think it's going to come down to whoever gives 110%.
I think you're pretty accurate there. I think you're pretty all right. I think you're pretty correct.
I have a question about in regards to this match as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
Will the match be presented, in a vintage fashion, as far as will it be black and white?
Yes.
It's very important to me.
And I've heard, along with the old timey restrictions, that they're also only allowed to film this match on a camera that can't show nudity either.
It also must be in Alaska, as long as that's approved. Whatnot.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. The old Alaskan cams.
Yeah. Like
You can go inside a gymnasium, inside a house, picnic garden, whatever you want to do, as long as it's in Alaska.
Oh, exactly. I heard that they had to get some permits for this match, and it was just a pain in the ass. Back last year when I was doing You Actually Have to Shove It, and I was hosting that, and it was kind of a big deal. we didn't have to get permits because I own the entire state of Illinois, and yet, I got a little embarrassed. Things happen. I think the Federation of Extreme Wrestling could approve from a little bit of my permits. Maybe I can take over Alaska next year. We'll be able to do it without any of the, complicated paperwork. What I'm saying is I want to take over Alaska.
Oh, that sounds fair. And you know what? We can even do an Iditarod match.
Ah, I love it. All right. Do we have anything to say about WD Dallas other than hell yeah?
I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I think they can suck a dick and go Chiefs.
You make me sad. Moving on, we've got our very own. We got our very own Jim Beam versus Scarf Quayson in a fishbowl match. Now, Jim, do you want to explain this match for the viewers listeners at home? I don't know if they're looking at me, they're gonna see a little too much.
I guess I will. So I can't really predict this match. I know that I'm going to give it 110%. But, it's Scarf. He's been doing a lot of great work lately. But this is a fishbowl match. The match takes place in a large glass tank with a single pipe pumping in a lot of water. The goal of the two competitors is to escape the tank as it slowly fills with water without breaking the glass. Two large fish nets are draped over the opposite ends of the tank to provide a way to climb out.
Sounds like a death match to me. I don't know.
Did you sign off on this match, or did you give it to an intro?
I don't know what's going on with this match. It reminds me of the old Mystery Under the Sea matches that I used to hear about back in the 50s, and I think we all know how those turned out.
I sure do.
It reminds me of the old Enchantment Under the Sea matches that used to happen in the 1950s and the 1980s.
That's right. Lightning Hands, you got anything to say about that match?
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
Okay.
Love to hear it. Now, next is apparently, I got a new
opinion on this whole fishbowl matchup.
Oh, my apologies.
What?
Balls.
I think this would be a fine matchup.
All right. What do you think of Scarf?
Scarves, they're warm. I wore them occasionally in the, minor months of the year, September, November.
You know where Scarf is really useful? Alaska.
It certainly is.
I'm telling you, I should go through with it next year.
Well, it's about time
So,
somebody said it.
Please go on. My bad.
I said it's about time somebody said it.
Oh, thank you. Haterman, I actually got a note on my desk before we recorded this, saying that this match was your special gift to let humanity know how much you hated it. Could you please explain the Stipulation Shuffle Battle Royal and why you want to make us as miserable as you?
You would like to know why I put a memo on your desk.
Yes, sir. I would if it won't get me fired.
You're gonna get fired. Well, the match starts off as your standard over-the-top battle royal, elimination battle royal. Every 3 minutes, a new stipulation is chosen, and one special person gets to turn that wheel and decide what that new stipulation would be.
Is that you, boss?
certainly is.
Are there any sort of stipulations that you're hoping for? I heard there's some sort of red light, green light stipulation where a red light will occasionally turn on the F-Tron. I don't know why I mixed that up. On the F-Tron. And,
I heard nothing about that. I don't know.
uh, is there any
There
stipulation? where
was a stipulation to where there would be a red light, green light. Suppose we would implement.
You know, hold on. I got to jump in here for a minute. Red light, green light.
come on.
My question is, what about the colorblind?
Well, there can be a blue light too.
I think we should add black light. Those are cool.
I don't know if you want a black light on the kinds of theaters that and arenas that we're playing in.
Well, now I definitely do.
Do you think this match is going to give 110%?
I think whoever wins this match is going to have to give 110%. And I'm pretty sure everybody that's entering this match, they've been putting in a lot of good work lately.
You know, I'm almost vomiting over here. I'm cackling from my evil chair. All right. Are you liking those chips?
I totally agree.
Well, let's just break down this battle royal a bit more.
All right.
Every 3 minutes, a new stipulation comes into play. We turn this wheel. What kind of things do we expect on that wheel? Like, I know you want me to predict. You know, I could predict Sean Warstein running out on a goddamn unicorn for all I expect.
Are you talking about Sean Peastain?
Oh, Peastain, of course, yeah, Mr. Peastain, who apparently has no place in this battle royale, and apparently no place in this lead up to this main event. So, what is the deal with all that? You know, like.
I heard that we have such stipulations. You know, I have insider information here and there, and I actually heard that we'll be looking at stuff like dog collar elimination, where, you know, dog collars will be put on all of the competitors, and if the person you're collared to gets eliminated, you will too. So I think what we're looking for from the winner of the stipulation shuffle is adaptability, intelligence, reserve, 110%. And I think somebody who defines all of those traits is actually coming up right here. Somebody who gives 110% to charity. Our very own Lightning Hands against Cracker Seahouse with former owner Jim Braun.
I agree.
I love to hear that you agree that you're in this next match.
You know, I'm going to take a step forward. I agree too.
You know, we've got a lot of bravery here tonight, and I think I should be open. I disagree.
So you disagree that Lightning Hands is in the match?
Let's not focus on the details.
Okay. Well, I'm going to focus on these details. I think that both Cracker Seahouse and Lightning Hands, these guys have been lighting up the boards, putting in a lot of good work lately. I think this one, it's going to come down to whoever gives 110%.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
It's going to come down to who gets the pinfall, Robbie Bourbon. It's going to come down to the pinfall.
Pinfall.
That's how the rules work, Robbie Bourbon.
I think
I'm the owner of the FXW. That's how the rules work. The pinfall.
I believe Mr. Line has had a little too many Bobby Bourbons.
Mr. Line is breaking the forbidden door, and he needs to keep it shut.
What door, sir?
The forbidden door.
I think it might be the forbidden wall as well.
No, I
so
meant the bathroom door, but
oh, well, we've opened that one quite a few times during the rain Darver days. So let's keep that one shut.
I agree.
I agree too.
I triple agree. What about you, Mr. Vanny?
I'll shut the door. I don't care. You know, that's what I do.
Well,
The door
Lightning Hand,
anyway.
what
And flush, please.
Lightning Hands, what do you think about having to make your opponent pin you? Do you think Cracker's up to that?
I agree that he is not up to that.
Oh. Well. Next up, we got Corey X. Smith versus Neo Rice. And this is one of the most exciting stipulations. Loser stays in town. So whoever wins gets to leave the FXW. And of course, with our esteemed donor here, we would love to reaffirm to him that we have no intentions of ever leaving the FXW and looking for work in better paid and protected location.
You get paid?
You don't get paid?
I ain't paying y'all.
You guys
Where
just
you
don't know
getting
how to
your
do
money?
it.
I don't know.
What's the XFW?
You know how they say the winner's piece of the purse? Mr. Line literally cuts up a purse and gives the pieces to you.
Is it? I hope it matches my shoes.
You know, I don't even think it matches your ass, so I wouldn't look too
Oh.
far.
Oh.
I've
Well-
been looking a bit too far, you know.
Perhaps
Let's
I'll
talk about
get you shoes to match the purse.
I agree. Lightning Hands, do you agree?
let's talk about Corey X. Smith. What a bastard.
I agree.
You know,
Well,
I mean-
Corey X. Smith, he is a bastard, but he's been putting in some great work on the boards lately. And you know what? So is Neo Wright. And I think between the two of them, they might both give 110%, and it's going to be a tough one to call. But I think it's going to come down to whoever gives 110% of 110%.
I totally
Why not?
agree.
Why not 111%?
What if they only give 110%?
Well, then I like their odds. But now you can't do 111%. That doesn't make any sense. I said 110. Thank you. It's not 111%. Nobody's
All
going
right.
around giving 825% of anything.
You know, Corey really wants to leave this beautiful place, and I'm thinking he might have a good chance at doing it. I think Neo, his best days are behind him, especially because he's not going to win this match. And Corey's just got the momentum. He's kicking people in the dick. He's telling people that they don't matter to him. I'm pretty sure he divorced another man's wife for him. It's pretty brutal shit. Now, Hater Man, you personally got roped into this match, and I am very interested to hear your thoughts. Professor Francis Satan versus you in a pit ladder match where a briefcase containing ownership documents for the FXW will be lured into. How you feeling?
Well, first of all, this man is a fake professor. He's not a real professor. His name's probably not really Francis. It's all fake. As far as this pit ladder match goes, well, you already told me the ownership just.
Mr. Line, are you still interested in being owner of the FXW?
I think he hates you. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. One, I am gobsmacked to find out that Professor Francis Satan is not an actual professor. He's been tutoring my children. Also, this match, this is a high profile match. It's the pit ladder match. You got to climb down. You got to go get. What do they have to get down there?
A briefcase.
Okay, they have to get a briefcase from a hole in the ground, and that's not easy. You think it is, but it's not. Especially with,
How many holes you been in, Jim? How would you know?
I would know. And you know what else I know?
What?
These guys have been putting in a lot of good work lately. And I think it's going to come down to whoever gives 110%.
My apologies, sirs. I had technical difficulties for a moment.
It's all right. So, Hater Man, how are you feeling about this match? Do you think you can defeat this fake ass professor and his fake ass Francis?
This fake professor? What a joke. I can crawl down there and get that briefcase, get that contract, and claim my ownership, which I already own, and move on to this main event where apparently Peace Stain's waiting for me. No, that's Battle Royale I'm going to win.
You're entering the Battle Royale? I thought you were...
Why not? Why not?
I agree 100%.
I just thought that you would be more interested spinning the wheel, being an owner. I didn't expect you to come and be a competitor.
You think my plate's full with some fake professor from?
I think you're about to fold out a big ass fucking bit.
I mean, who's out here in this battle royale? I mean, it's.
Well,
I don't get why you're stifling me here. Like I don't understand. Like, of course I'm the owner of the FXW, and of course I'm going to face Sean Morrison in the main event.
Sean Peace-Steen.
Peace-Steen. Whatever the fuck you.
Peace-Steen in the ring. I think we should definitely have the black, just to make sure.
Peace-Steen.
People keep messing it up. I don't know why everybody's so war hungry nowadays. On to the main event. We've got America defending the Universal Consolation Prize. How fitting. Against the Stipulation Shuffle Battle Royal victor, which, if you believe Mr. Haterman, he says it is unequivocally going to be him.
Oh, and I agree.
You better fucking nod.
I think the card itself is telling us something else, gentlemen. I think that Sean Peace-Steen and Victor, these guys have been putting in a lot of work lately, especially Victor. And I think it's going to come down to if Victor can give 110% here, he can take Peace-Stain's championship or consolation prize or even his car. But if Peace-Stain gives 110%, then Victor, he has to pay for lunch.
I don't think Peace-Stain knows how to give 110%.
Why would he take 110% of his car?
Huh? That's including the spare tire.
I'm not laughing, I'm crying.
I follow this.
It's the nerve gas. Don't worry. It's just another experiment going wrong with the Refotron. It's nothing you did.
What nerve gas? Oh, what nerve gas?
You really don't want this stuff. It's enough to make an elephant cream. So, we got this great Yakatsi ready for you. I thought, I presumed that the person facing in the main event was going to be Sean Peastein representing America against the winner
It's
of
peace day.
Stipulation Shuffle Battle Royal. I suppose it's
Oh,
just
no.
going to be
Is
a
that the way?
man-made.
I thought Stipulation Shuffle Battle Royal Victor was a new competitor, and he just happened to have the same name as a match earlier. My faux pas, gentlemen. I obviously did not give 110% in knowing this.
And I agree.
This has been unequivocally a disaster, just like the FXW podcast should be. Watch this fucking show. Go to hell. I can't take this anymore. I'm breaking down.
I'm giving about 30%.
I'm falling apart.
Thanks for listening to the XWF podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the XWF YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at XWF1999. And don't forget to check us out at XWF99.com. Be sure to join us next time where the action never slows down.